What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and I don't make videos to make people upset or angry. I just speak simply on my experience with them, if I've had issues, how I shoot them, how they fit my hand, how they fit my body, stuff like that. It's never a diss against anybody's handguns or what they carry or anything like that. I can only speak from experience. If I own the handgun and it's not sold yet, I still love it. Maybe except for this Beretta. But everything else, I still love it. I enjoy shooting it. Sometimes not everything's about just having a gun for everyday carry, but also being able to enjoy it at the range, like a 22 long rifle or, just another handgun that's fun to shoot, but you may not trust overall for everyday carry, right? And so I have nothing against whatever you carry, but this is a Glock 26 right here, one of my favorite handguns. Now, a lot of people talk down on it. It is what it is. I still see its value in its capacity, its reliability. It's 30 years in the civilian and law enforcement population. But on top of that, its compatibility with larger Glocks and parts kits and, every aftermarket accessory possible in the world. Even though they're not the most sophisticated, that's the wrong word, because the Glock design is the most genius Glock or design in the world. The most simple design. You can fix whatever issue you have with any part in about 1 to 2 minutes. So easy to diagnose. Part kits are everywhere, all OEM parts, and you will be able to change out your handgun and get it running again. Whether it's 10, 15,000 rounds in, you have a part breakage, whatever the case may be. It just makes it awesome. Some of these firearms are a pain in the butt to take down, swap out parts. You got little parts that are pointless, falling out places, and now the handgun doesn't run. And if crap hits the fan, trust me, you want a Glock. They just run. Anyways, what I always tell people is the Glock 26 is the ultimate cheat code with this part right here. Now, the company, I didn't like the way they treated me when I reached out to them because I made this such a popular item. But the way they treated me when I told them that I promoted it like that, I didn't even ask for money, didn't ask for samples. I pay for everything with my own money, stuff like that. I just wanted to know, have they sold a bunch of them? Because I believe they were sold out after I made my video. And the way the guy responded was just, it was just rude. It just rubbed me the wrong way. But their product is undeniable. This right here is a 15+1 setup, and you're going to see how it is the cheat code of everyday carry. It is the cheat code for the Glock 26. And this capacity right here, even though the Glock 26 is a little thicker, this setup right here beats almost every setup on this table. Let's get into it. PSA Dagger, 15+1. Glock 26, 15+1 on the right. Let's get them lined up. Okay, that's the Dagger. Glock 26, Ruger LC9S, obviously single stack on the left. 7+1 on the left, 15+1 on the right. Let's go Springfield Armory Hellcat versus Glock 26. Obviously the Hellcat is much thinner. Look at that, 15+1 versus 15+1. Crazy. Let's go Max 9, 10+1 versus 15+1 of the Glock 26. 15+1, oops, 9+1, or 10+1, sorry guys. Ruger Max 9 threw me off. 7+1 in the Glock 43 versus Glock 26, 15+1. I mean, it's crazy. Even though it is thicker, it's just crazy to me. Ruger SR9C, 10+1 versus Glock 26, 15+1. Look at that. 10+1 versus 15+1. Canik Meta MC9, 12+1 versus Glock 26, 15+1. Right? And they're very similar in width and footprint overall. Look at that. Crazy. Now let's do Taurus GX4, 11+1 versus Glock 26, 15+1. I mean, it's wild, absolutely wild, even though it is thicker. That's where it loses in a lot of these battles in capacity. But look, XDM, 15+1. I mean, sorry, Glock 26, 15+1, XDM, 13+1. Look at that. That's wild. I mean, that's crazy. CZ P10S, 12+1 versus 15+1. And it's all because of the design of that base plate. Look at that. That's I didn't even have them even. Look at that. That's wild. Here's a Glock 17 versus a Glock 26. Glock 45, 17+1 versus a Glock 26. 15+1. I mean, absolutely crazy. Glock 43X, 15+1, but with aftermarket mag body, right? This is a metal mag body. The OEM version would be 10+1. So yeah, 15+1 versus 10+1. Or 15+1 versus 15+1 of aftermarket mags. Look at that. That's wild. That's crazy. At the end, we're going to talk about, how to put this on and things to do and not do. FN503, absolutely one of my favorite handguns to ever own, versus my Glock 26, 15+1 versus 6+1. Now that's wild. Now I got to take that off. It's making my favorite handgun look bad. Shield Plus 13+1 with a Mag Guts kit versus SLR Rifle Works 15+1. And everyone's going to say, oh, you're using a base plate. That's why you're cheating. And it's like, yeah, because we can cheat like that. I have 3 of them. I have 2 others that I ordered, all for the 26 just recently, all 100% reliable. And then I also have a Glock 30 with one, and it runs 100% reliable. 15+1 on the right versus 6+1 of 45 on the left. Wild. But I do love my XDS, so I don't like making it look bad. Glock 26, 15+1 versus FN Reflex, 15+1. What? I mean, just, you know, wild. It's just crazy. IWI Masada Slim, 13+1 versus Glock 26, 15+1. Obviously, it's thinner in the grip, but same width up in that slide. M&P 40C, 10+1 of 40 versus 15+1 of 9. Actually does pretty good for a 40. P365 XL 12+1 versus Glock 26 15+1. Now that's just crazy. Alright. This is my Glock 30. Once again, SLR Rifle Works. This is a +3, making this a 13 round total setup. 12+1 of 45 ACP. 45 on the left, Glock 26 on the right. 13+1, 15+1. SLR Rifle Works really does some crazy work. Not gonna lie, they have awesome products. Glock 23, 13+1 of 40 versus 15+1 of 9mm. Now that's crazy. Glock 19, 15+1 of 9mm versus 15+1 of 9mm. Wild. Absolutely wild. XD 9 subcompact with the 3-inch barrel. That's going to be 13+1 versus 15+1 of 9mm out of the 26. I love my XD. Very comparable handguns right here. Love them both. Shout out to the XD. That was one of my favorite handguns and one of my first handguns I ever got. Subcompact from Stoker, the STR 9 subcompact, 10+1 versus 15+1 out of that Glock 26. This thing is actually somewhat comparable. I mean, almost. I mean, 5 rounds more. I mean, pretty comparable. Not bad. I love that Stoker too. HK P2000 SK 9+1 of 40 versus 15+1 of 9mm. But of course it's in 40, and once again another handgun that I absolutely love. You know we gotta do one that's funny. Beretta Pico 6+1 of 380. Whatever. 15+1 of 9mm on the right. Now that's just stupid. That's just let's go like this. That's crazy. All right, get that bread out here. That's just crazy. All right, subcompact. M&P 9 2.0 from Smith & Wesson. I'm not a fan of those safeties. I'm going to send it away to get locked. It was $75 cheaper, but I do believe they either sell or will install for you a pin kit to lock that safety into place and remove these. So I will be doing that soon because I can't stand them with how thick that handgun already is. 15+1 on the right, 12+1 on the left. And then last but not least, I don't even know why I put this on the table. No one likes it. The M&P 40 Shield Performance Center. 7+1 with Mag Guts of 40 on the left. 15+1 on the right. Pretty dang wild. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now let's talk about installation, okay? Let me find a Glock real quick to help with this. Glock 19, Glock 26, right? So here's the thing. The SLR Rifle Works base plate, when you get it in the bottom of your Glock mag, there is going to be a little plastic piece, right? This thing that you push on, right, to remove it. There's going to be a little plastic spacer in there. With the SLR Rifle Works base plate, you do not run that in there. If you do not have a hole or a cutout on the base plate you're trying to install, do not use that piece. You will not be able to get 15 rounds. You'll probably only get 13 to 14. So you are just going to put spring to the base of this, and you are going to be using that OEM spring. That's how they allow this to be so small. They use the 10-round OEM spring from your Glock 26, and they remove that spacer and just let it sit on that metal because it basically acts the same way. The only reason for this is to lock it in, right? So there's no other way to lock it in. There's no other mechanism, right? So they put the spacer in here. You just slide that on. If you got to remove it, you press it down and slide it off. With this, you use a lock nut to keep it on there. For instance, I can't slide this forward because it's locked on, right? I can't remove it because of this. But on this one, you don't have it. They give you a little Allen key, and you just tighten that in, and boom, that thing's going nowhere. Obviously, you have mag wiggle. Everything has a little bit of wiggle, but it's going nowhere. And that is a 15+1 Glock 26 cheat code setup. And man, do I love this setup. It feels so good in the hand. It's such great quality. Has awesome texturing right here. It's made of this awesome light metal. Doesn't damage when you drop it. When you're doing reloads, it really does hold up. It's absolutely about as solid as can get. And like I said, the ergonomics are so on point. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.